As a restaurant owner or manager, do you find that there's often too much month at the end of the money? You know what I mean? Like you're crazy busy, you're serving customer after customer, but somehow the bank account just doesn't seem to go up. Today I'm going to tell you one of the simplest strategies that restaurant owners can take to fix that, and it's really 4 simple tactics that will boost your order average. And here's the best part. No extra advertising, no additional labor costs, and these take almost zero money, energy, or time to implement. So if you're ready to start putting more cash in the bank without a lot of risk or headaches, then this is the video for you. All right, let's be real. Cash flow is the lifeblood of our restaurants. And if you're not seeing enough green at the end of the month, then that's a problem. So here's the deal. If you're struggling to get enough customers through your door, go watch our score video. That'll get you headed in the right direction for that problem. The link's in the description below. But if you've got plenty of guests flowing through the door and you're working hard, but it still seems like you're just not seeing the cash grow in the bank account, then this video is for that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna train your restaurant, and I know that sounds a little funny, but stick with me for a minute. We're gonna train your restaurant to get bigger order averages or ticket averages without spending a whole lot of money or asking your waitstaff to do anything weird or get all salesy on your guests, because we all know that everyone hates that. What we want is more orders of higher value and higher profit items on your menu, which leads to overall bigger ticket sizes. And there are 4 steps that you can take, but first, we just need to figure out what our current order average is right now. Now, don't overthink this, okay? Go into your point of sale system and you're gonna grab 2 numbers. Go take the total amount of revenue that you brought in for the last 2 weeks and the total number of orders that you ran in the same 2 weeks. You can get most of that, if not all of that, right from your point of sale system or even looking at the credit card transactions that you ran. Now again, please don't overthink it. It's okay that some parties had 4 people who all paid on 1 ticket and others had 2. It's not a problem. What we're looking for is a current baseline average that we can measure against for order average. Now all you're gonna do is take your total revenue by those 2 weeks and divide it by your total number of orders for the same 2 weeks, and that's now our order average. Here are the 4 things that we can do to grow that number, and at the end, I'll give you a bonus, kind of like Jedi Master level idea that most restaurant owners don't think about, but when they hear it, it's like, wait, that's so obvious. Why didn't I think of that? These 4 tactics are things that I've done dozens of times, and it always seems to shock restaurant owners at how well simple things like this work and how it actually does lead to more cash in the bank at the end of the month. Step 1, let's talk drinks. They're the easiest upsell on your menu and usually your most profitable items. Here's some ideas on how to nail it. First, learn names and orders. Picture this, a regular walks in, your server says, "The usual today?" They nod, boom. You just built loyalty and your order average just went up. People love being remembered, and default decisions are the simplest ones. Second, recommend a drink. Got a seasonal special or a perfect pairing for a meal? Suggest it. Frame it as something that they'll love, not something you're pushing. Drinks are high margin gold mines. The way to sell more of them is to remember people's names, what they usually drink, and then make recommendations. Step 2, appetizers and sides. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, a picture of crispy fries or golden onion rings is worth $1,000. Showcase a mini menu with the vibrant appetizers and side dishes right on the table. Have a photo-intensive appetizers menu propped up on all your tables so that they're right in view from the moment the guests sit down. Visual temptation does all the heavy lifting. Make it easy when customers are the hungriest to oogle over the amazing looking appetizer or side dish. And then don't just have your waitstaff come up and ask, what can I get started for you? Have them use a little bit of personality. Actually train them on this. I can just tell that one of those appetizers is calling your name today. Which one is it, for example? And then for sides, have your waitstaff give some recommended or house specialty add-on sides that will go well with certain dishes or are unique and loved by most guests. Step 3 now is desserts. Desserts are the sweet finale and everybody loves a good encore. Step number 1, recommend desserts every time. Even if they're too full, here's the magic phrase. Would you like to take a dessert home for later? Discount it slightly and suddenly you've got customers excited for their later snack. Step 4. Okay, now here's one that is sneaky effective, and yet almost every restaurant owner I talk to has no idea about it. We're gonna divide your menu into 3 areas: Boardwalk, the railroads, and then Baltic Avenue, right? So Baltic Ave, those are like the properties from Monopoly. People scan menus in a Z pattern. So left to right, down diagonal, then left to right again. All I want you to do is take one of your menus Starting about an inch from the top corner, draw a Z on it. Anything that touches the Z, that's your boardwalk territory. You want enticing photos of your most profitable items touching the Z. The railroads, those are kind of your non-luxury workhorses. Those are your highest volume items, like high demand, so you have to have them. These are the ones that have decent margins, but they aren't quite to the level of your boardwalk items. Those you can place in other areas, not touching the Z, and use boxes to outline them or bold fonts to bring attention to them. And then the rest of your items are Baltic Avenue, regular text and regular fonts for those. The point is to lay out your menu with some intention towards order average. Put your most profitable items in the most valuable positions. Okay, one other note. If your customers end up with a sore neck or they end up dizzy because they have so many pages to look through your menu doing the Z thing, you need to shrink your menu. Studies have shown over and over that people don't gauge how much they like something based upon how good it was. They gauge it based upon how good it was compared to their other options. So if you give too many options, you're actually reducing satisfaction and you're reducing how much they value what they order. Now for the bonus round. Bonus number 1, GOTA. I grew up in this little teeny town in Idaho called Shelley, Idaho. I joke that it's so small it has "Welcome to Shelley" on both sides of the welcome sign. And in the town that was just north of us, there was this pet store that I worked at while I was in high school. The pet store raked in the profits, and one of their secrets was what they called GOTA, or Go Ticket Averages. It was super simple. Every month, the store manager would set a goal for our order average, and if we reached it, everyone got a bonus. You gotta believe that everybody was motivated to recommend that extra dog treat or point to items on the counter that were impulse items. The first thing that you can do is have some kind of a GOTA bonus or GOTA reward for getting your ticket averages up. Get your staff involved, and they will. If high school kids at a pet store will do it, then people in a restaurant will do it too, if they can get a bonus for having the ticket average go up. Think inside the box bonus, and that is take-home meal kits. It takes a little bit of work to get these set up, but this strategy can go a long ways, and it actually goes really well with the cut food costs video that I released a while ago. If you remember right, one of the ways to cut food costs is to have pre-measured portions and pre-packaged ingredients for as many meals that your kitchen preps as possible. If you want to take that strategy a little bit further so that you can actually get some order averages out of it, create some curated meal kits that your customers can buy and take home with them to prepare later. Just put little signs up on the table, marketing those. You don't even need to have your wait staff, bring them up, but put little marketing signs up, and people will actually buy curated meal kits. Think about how popular these delivery services like HelloFresh have become. And so curated meal kits is something that most restaurants don't even think of, but it's a great way to increase your order average. And there you have it. 4 simple steps that you can do to boost cash by getting more per visit and being intentional about your restaurant's order average. Let me know in the comments which of those you tried and what happened. Don't forget to subscribe. Next time we're going to dive into the easiest way to flood your restaurant with new traffic by grabbing a hold of the 3 magic words on Google for your area. Hit the notification bell so you'll see that when it comes out.